English word classes. Introduction. When we speak or write, we do not throw words around randomly. Every word we use belongs to a particular category that shows how it behaves in a sentence. These categories are known as word classes. Understanding them is like understanding the wiring in a house. Once you know what each switch controls, you stop guessing. This knowledge makes your writing cleaner and your speech more deliberate, and it also helps you unpack the grammar behind everyday expressions. Word classes allow us to identify the job a word is doing at any given time. Some words name things, some show actions, some qualify, some connect, and some express emotions. Although English has many subtle grammatical features, the starting point for mastering the language is understanding these basic categories. To make this more relatable, each class will include short examples and clear explanations of what each example demonstrates. This gives a practical view of how these word classes actually live inside sentences we use daily. There are 8 major English word classes: 1. Nouns, 2. Pronouns, 3. Verbs, 4. Adjectives, 5. Adverbs, 6. Prepositions, 7. Conjunctions, 8. Interjections. Some grammarians group determiners separately, while others place them under adjectives. For clarity, determiners will have their own section here. What matters is the function, not the label. Let's take them one by one, slow and steady. 1. Nouns. Definition. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, quality, or idea. It is the most easily recognized word class because it deals with naming. If you can point at it, think about it, or talk about it as a thing, you are likely dealing with a noun. Examples. Point 1. That goat has eaten my plantains again. 2. Chinedu's confidence is louder than his generator. 3. I need peace in this compound. Explanation. In the first example, goat and plantains are nouns. They label things that physically exist. In the second, confidence and generator are nouns. Confidence is abstract, generator is concrete. In the third, peace and compound function as nouns. Peace names an idea or state of mind. Nouns can be proper, like Nigeria, Lagos, Aisha; common, like house, teacher, road; abstract, like love, anger; democracy, collective, like team, crowd, committee; or countable, uncountable, like chair versus water. 2. Pronouns. Definition. Pronouns are words used in place of nouns to avoid repetition or to maintain flow, instead of repeating a noun continuously like a broken record. Pronouns stand in. Examples. 1. Tom said he would pay, but he has disappeared again. 2. These are the jollof pots, those are the burnt ones. 3. Someone left their slippers in front of my door. Explanation. In the first, he replaces ton to avoid repetition. The second uses these and those as demonstrative pronouns to point out specific items. The third uses someone and their as indefinite and gender-neutral pronouns. Pronouns can be personal, demonstrative, relative, reflexive, interrogative, indefinite, and possessive. Their job is always substitution or reference. 3. Verbs. Definition. A verb expresses an action, a process, or a state of being. If a noun names a thing, a verb tells us what that thing is doing or experiencing. Examples. 1. My neighbor's generator refused to start this morning. 2. Mama Nkechi is shouting again. 3. The stew smells dangerous. Explanation. Refused and start show actions and processes. Shouting is an action verb describing what Mama Nkechi is doing. Smells is a stative verb that describes a sensory state rather than movement. Verbs come in various types, such as action, stative, transitive, intransitive, finite, non-finite, and auxiliary, such as is, have, and will. They can also express tense, aspect. 4. Adjectives. Definition. Adjectives describe or qualify nouns. They give extra details that help us picture or understand the noun better. Examples: that stubborn goat has returned. She gave me a tiny slice of meat. The noisy children have finally slept. Explanation: stubborn describes the goat. Tiny adds quality to slice. Noisy modifies children by giving a characteristic. Adjectives can describe size, shape, age, color, origin, material, opinion, or quantity. They may also appear in comparative and superlative forms, like big, bigger, biggest. 5. Adverbs. Definition. An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. It often tells how, when, where, or to what extent something happens. Examples: he ate the fufu quickly. 2. The match ended unexpectedly. 3. She is always late for choir practice. Explanation: quickly modifies the verb ate by describing the manner. Unexpectedly tells the type of ending the match had. Always describes the frequency of her lateness. Adverbs are incredibly flexible and sometimes tricky because they can appear almost anywhere in a sentence. 6. Prepositions. Definition. A preposition shows relationship, especially position, direction, time, or association between two elements in a sentence. It is a function word, usually short but powerful. Examples: put the pot on the fire. We walked through the flooded street. My cousins are arriving by evening. Explanation: on shows location, through shows movement and direction, by shows time. Reference. Common prepositions include in, on, at, under, behind, over, to, from, with, and between. 7. Conjunctions. Definition. Conjunctions link words, phrases, or clauses. Without them, sentences would sound broken and disconnected. Examples: I wanted to buy suya but I forgot my wallet. Either you come now or you stay at home. The baby slept because the light finally came. Explanation: but shows contrast. Either or shows alternative choice because indicates cause. Conjunctions can be coordinating, like and, but, or correlative, like both and either, or subordinating, like because, although, since. 8. Interjections. Definition. Interjections express sudden feelings or emotional reactions. They often stand alone with exclamation marks, although they can appear within sentences. Examples: on NEPA has taken the light again. See traffic. In, I knew you were hiding something. Explanation: expresses frustration. Expresses surprise or disbelief. N expresses a mix of discovery and mild confrontation. Interjections are powerful but informal. They are common in speech and creative writing. 9. Determiners. Definition. Determiners introduce nouns. They clarify quantity, possession, definiteness, or specificity. They prepare the listener for the type of noun that follows. Examples: this rice is not the same as that one. My phone has refused to charge. Several neighbors complained yesterday. Explanation: this and that point out specific rice choices. My marks. Possession, several, expresses quantity. Determiners include articles like a and the, demonstratives like this, that, possessives like my, your, quantifiers like many, few, and numerals like 1, 2, 3, 10. Why word classes matter. Understanding word classes is not just for passing an examination. It improves reading comprehension, sharpens writing, and helps you understand why a sentence works or fails. For anyone who writes essays, reports, speeches, or creative work, this knowledge is the backbone of clarity. It is also the easiest way to self-correct when something feels off in a sentence. When students confuse word classes, their sentences become vague and awkward. When they understand them, their writing becomes tight and intentional. Conclusion. Word classes are the building blocks of English. Every sentence you speak is like a small construction site where nouns name things, verbs bring life, adjectives color them, adverbs shape how actions happen, and prepositions create relationships. Conjunctions tie the structure together, Determiners guide expectations and interjections sprinkle emotion. Once you grasp the unique job each class performs, you start making cleaner sentences without fear. You also read text with clearer eyes because you see why a writer chose a particular word instead of another. Most importantly, these categories help you understand the underlying logic of the language. That logic is what gives you confidence whenever you speak or write.